Hey everyone, this is One Man Zerg with the UEN.com bringing you a tip on infestors and neural parasite. Neural parasite's a really great ability. It's especially effective against Thors and Ultralists and Colossus. You can even use it on air units like Broodlords. So what it does is it takes over the other unit until your infestor dies or the other unit dies, and then it relinquishes control of the nothing that it no longer has control of. And it's great for turning the tide of the battle, especially with those massive units. It's also good for turning the tide of any battle if you can gain control of the most important units in the battle for the other side, which it looks like Pain User right here has some red tanks that would really smash this amount of units if they're properly sieged. So let's watch what happens right here. He's going to siege them up, but then these infestors are allowed to get within range, and then you can see these neural parasites are extending. Otherwise, these tanks would easily be able to take out this big group. So let's watch what happens. Neural parasite, neural parasite, neural parasite. Boom! All of a sudden, two of the tanks are now his. This one was, but it looks like that infestor is just blowing up. Here we go. So then he gains control of another tank, and then this blockade that might have been effective against these units is now completely destroyed and taken over. Then after you take over the units, you're probably gonna want to kill them, and then just let your infestors gain some energy back. And you can see what looked like it might have been a tough fight comes out with just a completely dominant Zerg force, and that's because the Zerg used those infestors to take over the most important units of his opponent. Now if I can fast forward a little bit, we'll see the Zerg do it again. This is later in the same game. The Zerg's got a lot of control because you can tell that earlier battle was really effective for him. Still has some infestors over here that we can see. And this Terran player looks like he's going to make a push out. You can see his units are collecting over here on the right. So I'll slow it back down. So another decent battle if these tanks were siege, even not. But then he captures the Viking, he captures the tanks, and then he doesn't even need to capture the Thor because those tanks are just taking it out. Once again, a battle that was reasonably close is completely dominated because these neural parasite from these infestors. Now I would have recommended taking over that Thor, but as you can see it didn't really matter because they were just so overwhelmed by that neural parasite. So use it on massive units, use it early in the battle if you can to take over those units and have them deal damage to the other team's units. And then if you have an advantage, a real big advantage, you can push in from there, but I recommend killing that massive unit first and then pushing in with the rest of your army on what you expect to be very minimal defenses left of your opponent's base because you really just crushed him. Here, look at that neural parasite going down on the Thor again. If he's good, he's going to do it. Takes over all the units. This guy stands no chance. So neural parasite, a great ability to use. Tap into that. The infestor is an awesome Zerg unit, and most of the pros really use this unit to death. And there's the GG. Hope you guys enjoyed this tip. Go to the UEN.com or subscribe to our YouTube channel if it helps. Thanks for listening.